Hey guys, I wanted to make a little video here on the greenhouse and the project we're working on in here. This is the greenhouse that was an old cattle corral. You can see the ramp here that they pushed the cattle up to get into the truck. So we converted it back in September. When I was here, we took down the metal that was on the roof and we put plastic up, and Hal put up the shade cloth around and the metal off of the roof around the bottom here to keep the grass and weeds from encroaching in here. So we're in the process of putting in some beds. We're going to be sheet mulching the whole greenhouse in here, and I wanted to kind of show you the process. I've just took some old fence posts. We pulled a fence down and I'm using it to border the beds here. We left up this these posts and this fencing that was part of the cattle corral that we're gonna use this bed to grow some cucumbers and some beans and stuff on the back side to trellis up this. We'll add a little bit more wood to help. So I framed out the bed here with these fence posts, cut them up, and it's cardboard underneath, and then I'm putting down some cut grass, and then I'm filling it in with this good soil that we got from Vivero, a nursery here locally in the valley. They produce it themselves from composted coffee and vegetable matter and brush, and there's some worm castings in here. So it's really dark and rich, as you can see, really good soil. This will be the main part of the bed here. But we're also going to be adding in some rock dust. We're going to go get some rock dust from a road work place that crushes rock. It's a lot of hard granite and some other rocks that will have a lot of minerals in them. So we're going to get the rock dust and supplement the bed in here with it. But we're also going to be putting in biochar. This is got this locally. We're going to be producing our own biochar here pretty soon, but right now we're not. So I'm buying this. It's let me open the bag for you. See, this is biochar. It's just charred wood that is produced at a local plantation here in Perez Zeledón, Costa Rica. I don't know what kind of trees it is, but this is perfect biochar. It's great for introducing into the soil, for water retention, and as a home for microorganisms. There's a lot of surface area on this biochar, and before we actually add it, I'm going to be making a compost tea and inoculating the biochar with it and let it sit for like at least a week, probably 2 weeks, and then we're going to add it to the soil. We're going to put it in a sacco like this and break it up into really small particles, and then introduce it into the soil after it's inoculated with the compost tea, which will introduce beneficial microorganisms into the biochar and in turn into the soil, which will be great for all our plants. So this is the process of the sheet mulching of the bed. Just wanted to document the stages here. I just started putting in the soil and I've got to add more grass, but I wanted to show you the base layer, the cardboard covering the ground to suppress all the weeds and the grass that was growing in here, and it'll also break down and actually encourage earthworms to come up from the ground. They love to eat on the cardboard. So, and then I'm putting in this dried grass, which will also break down and compost underneath the soil and create, good, better soil. So that's the process. I'm going to keep adding these sacks of soil in here. We'll be introducing some rock dust. We also will be introducing, we ran out, but we're going Saturday to go get some more sacks of fertilizer from a local biodynamic organic farmer that is doing some awesome work, Kema. and we're gonna be going to get some sacks of that. It has worm castings in it, EM and MM, you know, efficient microorganisms. I believe it's a compost mix he makes there on his farm. It has a lot of great stuff in it, and it'll be introducing, you know, beneficial microorganisms as well. So we're going to take, probably for a bed this size, I would use about 20 pounds of it or so. It comes in 50 kilo sacks. I'd probably use like a quarter sack per this bed. And we'll introduce some the biochar once it's inoculated, and the rock dust. So it'll be a really rich bed, give us a great start for all our greens and vegetables we're going to be planting in the greenhouse. This whole area here will be filled with beds. I'm going to do double reach beds here. They'll be about 4 feet wide. So there'll be one 4 foot wide double reach bed here. There's going to be a path coming in off the gate that's going to go around. There'll be the 4 foot bed here up to the post there. Then there'll be another 4 foot double reach bed here up from the wall all the way over to about here. I'm going to leave a pathway to come in here, and there'll be a path down the middle, and there'll be another bed similar to that one over there against this wall. So there'll be 4 beds here, and then I'm going to run a bed lengthwise this way, a 4 foot double reach bed, you know, leaving a path here going all the way up to 3 or 4 feet off of that wall. And then this whole area over here will be reserved for fruit trees, which Kaylee's organizing and planting, transplanting. These are all fruit trees for the most part, except for a few that I started from seed last year. Starting in March and April, I started planting all the good fruit that I ate, saving the seeds and planting trees. And this is the result of that. And we planted some stuff in the last week and a half since I've been back here. We got all kinds of stuff going here. Lots of pineapples, some white pineapple and regular. This is transplanted carambola, which is star fruit that Kaylee just transplanted. Here's some whole tray of moringa seeds we started. Here's some moringa trees that are struggling a little bit that we need to nurse back to health. This is a bunch of Suriname cherry trees. It's an awesome fruit. And some pineapples. Then here's some other seeds we started this week. Tarap, which is meringue. Longan seeds. This is some Chinese, some people call it Brazilian spinach. It's a perennial spinach. These are cuttings that I took and transplanted. And here's the plant growing itself. This is the same cuttings there. It's an awesome perennial spinach that'll just blow up into a huge patch. Really crunchy, pretty strong flavor, but I like it, and it's perennial and a great addition to a permaculture farm and gardens. And this is also another perennial spinach. It's called Okinawan spinach. These are cuttings I took and propagating. Here's more of the spinach. These are all here. These 3 trays are all biriba, which is Rollinia delicioso, one of my favorite fruits. Gonna be planting lots of these trees. I'm excited. Got about almost 40 biriba trees here. Then we got some rambutans. Here's a couple miracle fruits, which is an awesome fruit. Some black sapote seeds. Here's some mango, mammy sapotes. And there's a couple black sapotes in here, I believe. What do we got over here? That's a kaimito. There's a jackfruit. There's some avocado. There's more jackfruit there. There's a lime tree I started from seed. Holy basil. It's tomato. Bunch of different fruits. I got some mangosteen. There's another avocado. There's a neem tree there. Just various fruits. Lots of stuff. We got some durian over here, guys. Here's a couple durian trees. There's a durian tree. This one's not looking too hot. There's another durian tree. We got some teardrop avocado. We got a rambutan, or this is a mangosteen, I think. yeah, so we just got a bunch of various fruit trees. There's a sapodilla, or this is yeah, sapodilla. This is a king orange. It's another avocado here. So that's what we got going on. We're working on this week here in the greenhouse. We're gonna get all this sheet mulch, get the paths wood chipped, get all the beds in place, get the dirt in, and start planting some seeds. We're this greenhouse is primarily going to be fruit tree production, nursery, vegetable start nursery for the other gardens we'll be implementing, and in-ground beds for greens and herbs, and you know, some cucumbers, some peppers. The bigger stuff like tomatoes take up a lot of space, and you know, root crops we're going to be all growing in beds outside that we haven't implemented yet. But I built this bench as well a few days ago. This is our seed starting bench, our work table. As you can see, we started a bunch of seeds in these pots, a lot of vegetables. Some of the stuff's already coming up. There's some silver slicer cucumbers, a little pak choi over there. I think some of these seeds aren't viable because a lot of this stuff should already sprouted. We got some tomatoes, a bunch of different tomatoes. There's a few popping up already. The red cherry tomato there. This holy basil right here. This little lime tree. So yeah, this is our seed starting work table, transplanting table. We'll be starting a bunch more vegetable starts pretty soon, over the next few days. Trying to get the beds, some of the beds built today and in place so we can get started on planting some greens, herbs and everything, direct seeding those. Getting the fruit trees organized, and a lot of work to do, but this is what I thrive on. I love this stuff. This is my life. Permaculture, farming, growing food, reaching towards self-sustainability. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the little greenhouse project tour. Stay tuned. This thing will be pumping up pretty soon, and we'll be growing lots of things in here real soon. See ya.